Doosra Boy, hosted by Paris and Mosul.
Pakistan win the World Cup. India lift the World Cup. That's a big six.
3, 2, 1. And we're live, Mr. Pasha. Lots to cover. काफी split personality podcast होगी. पहले हम T20 cover करेंगे, and then there's a lot to talk about one days also.
Night T20 was a good series, man. 3-0. I thought it'd be 2-1 or something like that. I guess very close games also. The first two games especially were very close. It could have really gone either way.
Yeah.
Right? But last match, of course, hands down, we won pretty easy win the third one. But no, 2020 is our game, yeah.
It's 11th series. I was going to actually clarify that last time we won against Australia, I said we have won 11 series on trot.
Yeah, this was the 11th.
But this was the 11th, and so that clarification is redundant. But yeah, 11 series on trot. It looks like we are in a different dimension when we're playing in T20s.
I also didn't actually appreciate Ketni Zara series ho gaye, 11 series, but also that they actually haven't they've got the record now for chasing also.
Yeah.
So 10 chases in a row, which for Pakistan in any format, chasing is just, not a strength by any means.
But
so I was very surprised that actually T20s mein hum chase bhi kar rahe hain. So that was quite an interesting start because that's one thing that you don't ever relate Pakistan cricket to is being good chasers.
It seems like, we're tailor-made for that format.
हमारी जो गली cricket concept है.
Exactly. And you and I have also played so much T20 match cricket growing up. लगता है कि those boys are very, very comfortable in that format. They feel well, bowling अच्छी हो जाती है, the mindset is completely different.
Yeah.
And the little talent crunch we're going through in our batting department is we are protected in that format.
In 2020, it's not that long a format. You don't need your solid 5-6 batsmen in that format. I mean, any one player can change the game.
Yeah.
One player clicks and you get to 150 pretty easily. So it's a completely different format to the other two. And like you said, हम पले बड़े इसी पे हैं. गली cricket का concept जो था, short and sweet 5-10 over के matches तो हम लोग यही खेलते थे गली में ना. So it's that same sort of mindset. But again, the bowling variety for me is so good. There's a left armer, there's a leggy, there's a left arm long. Afridi bowling really well, and Hassan Ali right arm. Then Fahim Ashraf hai. Hafeez hai. So I mean, there's so much options in the bowling department के एक कोई पिट रहा हो, इमाद वसीम आ जाता है. He can obviously with the new ball he's wicket to wicket always, and he's had a really good series. And Shadab, of course, always sort of squeeze when the squeeze is on. It's sort of Shadab and the likes, and
Shadab looked really good.
So he looks really good and really good in the field, yaar. Fielding आपने देखी 20 series में. I mean, they've become so good, yaar. They're pretty good.
Looks like a different team altogether. So I know batting के लिए 30 overs short है, आप कम कर लेते हैं. मगर the tempo is completely different. They seem to enjoy that format a lot more than any other format now.
That's true. That's a good point. Ke you can actually see them enjoy their cricket during T20.
Yeah, absolutely. दो तीन चीजें सर. एक तो मैं रॉस टेलर और हफीज वाले पे आता हूँ. मगर T20 के अंदर I'm very happy and very excited for Shaheen Shah Afridi now.
No, he's
looking really good.
He's even from the point when he first debuted to where he is today, you can already see some growth, and he's become better already. And they've picked him for the test squad. We'll talk about the test squad in a bit. But I think there's more upside to him. He's quick, he's tall, and line length bhi badi achhi hai. And he's taking a bunch of wickets, man. 4 wicket hauls already. So he's really looking good. Arthur ne said long time ago he's going to be very good.
He has all those ingredients to be a great fast bowler. Very aggressive also. His body language, the follow through, he's never shy of a glare.
T20 में भी last over वही करा रहा है यार. आपका मतलब he's just debuted यार. तो मतलब and he's bowling the last over in the international match. So that tells you something in terms of confidence and in terms of ability. अगर ability है तो
Yeah, it looks very positive. The body language is not. It's very. I don't give a flying. You know what? Body language in a good
and
positive way.
Aggressive भी है.
So, did you know there are already 7 catches dropped off his bowling? 7 or 6.
वो तो एशिया कप में भी वो बॉलिंग जब करा रहा था, जब मैं ग्राउंड में था, वो तो मैंने 1-2 कैचेस इंडिया के खिलाफ तो मैंने देखे हैं.
And he seems to take those well. I mean.
And this was one of his debut games जब वो बेचारा उसके drop हुए थे catches. But I guess Amir care होगा now. He'll probably feel like जब मेरी bowling पे catches
should And one thing which is different and age is on his side, and he's a high effort bowler. When you see him running in, he's not like who's just relying on his experience. So this guy steams in, and then to see a catch go down off your bowling is a lot more worse than if you are one of those like we've seen Vakram in his twilight. कि 4-5 steps से bowling करा दिए, someone drops it and like okay fine.
ये नहीं कि शोएब अख्तर आ रहा है.
हाँ, और जल जाती है.
Boundaries भागते हैं.
So, but good. So that's a good one. I really like the way Shadab bowled. Even though he was bowling in T20, but he wasn't bowling like a flattened line, give over defensive over. He was flighting it.
He was flighting it.
He was spinning it. Again, Shadab as a fielder, his presence overall is fantastic.
Shadab runouts and fielding in general, he's
very good.
So, I mean, I think the T20 team looks very well settled. I was saying that T20 का जो World Cup था, they deferred it out, right?
I was saying
I was like, अभी T20 World Cup होता तो we are on song #1 team, and we've got a pretty good cushion now with all the wins. 3-0 Australia, 3-0 New Zealand.
Yeah.
They're on a bit of a roll. And of course, Babar Azam.
Oh man, yeah.
1,000 runs in T20 breaks Kohli's record
by a match.
So I think breaking Kohli's record in any sort of format
he's right up there in terms of talent. I tell you, I have zero doubt that talent में कोई कमी है.
I mean, I guess Kohli is just exceptional. I'm not sure. Babar's very good, but I'm not sure he's Kohli caliber. But he can be. He has the potential again. If he's consistent for the next decade, then he'll be like Kohli.
Yeah,
but Kohli for me is just a freak. तो वो तो एक अलग ही.
उसकी जो execution है, उस talent को जिसने जो translate किया है performance में, you haven't seen that happen a lot in the history also.
No, he's maybe one of the greatest, right?
To convert that talent into something special. So I don't think Babar is there, but in terms of talent, I would put him in the same category. Like he looked very balanced. He's got great shots.
वही मैं बात कर रहा था कि last time हमने उसकी जो strike rates भी देख रहे थे. He's still playing at 125 and stuff, and he's expanded his game. कितना score किया है उसने, 50s, and he's playing even in T20. He holds his ground, man.
Very crafty. Builds his inning. He doesn't make you feel कि मैं मार रहा हूँ. But when you see the strike rate when he gets done, it's as high or as pacey as Fakhar Zaman.
Well, Fakhar Zaman didn't do shit, but he बिल्कुल नहीं चला T20 series में, and he was a bit of a disappointment. So Fakhar actually, obviously, one day he's now scored in the last game, but that was after. It had been a while. That's his first 50 in Asia.
Yeah.
So it was getting close to a point where you were like, is Fakhar gonna get dropped almost?
I think his own reputation is weighing him down. That's what I feel. He's trying to hit every ball out of the park. Second T20 mein, he was slower than Babar Azam.
Yeah.
And not because he was pacing his innings, because he was hitting and missing. So he got out for ugly. 16. He looked extremely ugly. He's not a very elegant looking player.
Anyways.
For him to just miss like when he was trying to hit, it looked really bad. I was disappointed. I think I agree with you, and I think he's just trying to be an aggressor way too
I mean,
much.
last innings one day में जो अभी खेली है जिसमें मैच जीते हैं, 80 or he looked better.
I hope he's realizing. अकल आ रही है
Realized,
थोड़ी
and
सी.
he took his time a little bit, not the T20 style. He took his time, had some good shots and stuff. So
Yeah.
he looked back in control. But it had been a while, so I had started questioning his Fakhar, what's going on, kya ho raha hai? I still feel consistency abhi Fakhar mein I hope issue now because पहले तो Asia Cup और इससे पहले तो he was scoring, right? So maybe it's just a bit of a dip. अभी न्यूजीलैंड सीरीज में अब तो खैर वनडे का एक ही मैच रह गया जो कल है. After the series is 1-1 draw, so a crucial game है. I mean, I didn't quite realize that there was a 12-match winning streak for New Zealand
Against us?
against us in one day. So we hadn't beaten them since December 2014. That is a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. And
So I didn't quite appreciate the fact that because I had always the mindset that New Zealand को तो हमेशा हम हराते हैं. But obviously I remember कि last एक दो series हम हारे उनसे, but हम ठीक ठाक हारे हैं. Like obviously New Zealand में तो 5-0 हारे थे. But 12 matches is like long, yeah.
अगर कल हम सीरीज जीत जाते हैं, I think this will be our first series. I'm not 100% sure on this, but after 2007 or 8, this will be the first time we'll beat them. We'll win a series against them, a bilateral series,
Which is surprising in itself for me, but.
And even in T20s, so yeah, we won the series, but they looked much sharper than Australians.
Oh yeah,
They were putting up a great fight.
I mean, the first two games, really could have been anybody's game. एक दो रन से हारे हैं, एक हम last over में जीते हैं. So and the third one was obviously a bit more one-sided, but they were close games, and New Zealand is a good team.
Yeah, it's a very good team.
And T20 wise, one day they're a good team.
So yeah, tomorrow's game is anyone's game. I can't really say,
You can't
Pakistan
predict.
will.
Literally, it could anyone's game. New Zealand's obviously batted first in both games. Pehle match bhi, I thought obviously with board ki hat trick, so you can't. Once you get a hat trick in top order ki wali,
Pehle spell ke andar.
so it's so hard to recover.
And it was such a disappointing hat trick. I mean, I like Trent Boult as a bowler. मगर ये होती है कि कुछ 3 LBWs को 3 एक unplayable wickets होती हैं.
Khair, Fakhar ki was very good. Even Hafeez ki was very good. Only Babar Azam's ball.
Babar Azam, Fakhar he was bowled off his pads.
Yeah, but it was an swinging Yorker type ball.
But what was Fakhar doing? He was again trying to flick it. So it wasn't through his defense,
हाँ, वो defense मतलब Fakhar का.
तो एक तो होती है आपकी जो वसीम वकार की hat tricks होती थी आपको याद है 3 swinging Yorker. Like batsman, it was just a bad day. If you get those deliveries any day, you'll get a.
Even on a good day, वो निकालना बड़ा मुश्किल होता
है. I'm saying it's a bad day for a batsman if you get 3 of those on trot. तो उस तरह की नहीं थी. तो बैटिंग आपका मसला है. आप बैटिंग आपका क्योंकि जब हम वनडे जीत भी गए थे T20 सॉरी, तो मैं जब लाइनअप देख रहा था मैं सोच रहा था कि यार यही स्क्वाड वनडेज के लिए भी है और ये ट्रांसलेट नहीं करेगी फॉर्म वनडेज में.
मुझे भी ये लगता है कि आई स्टिल फील कि वनडेज में हम लोग एक बैट्समैन शॉर्ट है.
और मुझे समझ में ना हारिस सोहेल क्या कर रहा है. Why would you not play Haris Sohail?
Yeah. So I still think that we have one batsman short in the one day game because Shadab coming up after Sarfaraz that high up the order just doesn't feel right.
It looks extremely weak. If you अगर on paper भी होता ना batting lineup, statistically it's super weak. Average age भी अगर देखें तो बहुत सारे youngsters हैं, so they'll take their time.
Exactly.
Sarfaraz is 31. He's the eldest. Not with Shoaib Malik, but but I'm saying yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not sure कि क्या होगा और क्या होता है third वनडे में, and it'll be a close one I think. Again, if we win the toss, I'll probably bat first as always.
Oh yeah, I think that's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer for us. हमें chase होता नहीं वो 266 में मतलब इतना कोई बड़ा score नहीं था यार कि आप chase ना कर
हाँ,
पाए.
doesn't matter
250 in these days यार.
जितनी मुश्किल
is
से
like
करता हो
जितना भी मुश्किल is below pass score.
इतने power plays के बाद और सबके बाद भी
hat trick उसके बाद भी 220 तक हम पहुंच गए थे तो if it wasn't for the hat trick we probably could have easily made that. But again, Babar, scored. Fakhr scored in the last game. Probably got some good confidence out of it. So, hoping the third game will be
हाँ मैं ये कह
a
रहा
bit
था
easier to win.
अगर आप कल जीत भी जाते हैं उसके बाद भी दो प्रॉब्लम्स आपको सॉल्व करने हैं फॉरन से
Batting.
एक आपकी बैट आपको
एक बैट्समैन शॉर्ट है.
you need at least on paper an option.
इमाद वसीम ने 50 किए हैं after a long time.
Did you see that inning? I saw that inning and I was very disappointed.
नहीं, he's never very fluent or stylish.
दो छक्के थे उसके ऊपर fine down the track great but वो एक ability जो होती है ना to get underneath the ball we've been talking about it you raised the point we don't have any national hitter and we don't क्या आपको पता था रज़ाक on his day would hit anyone out of the park consistently ठीक है आपको पता था कि इंजमाम अगर 50 रन बना देता doesn't matter how difficult of a chase that is अगर इंजमाम ने 50 रन बना लिए then he will take you home he will
close it out
at will he will hit you all around
you can pick it up any time
we don't have that batsman मैं सोच रहा था कि वो batsman आपके पास फखर जमान आएगा will just hit you all around the wicket
Babar is obviously one who can build an innings and hold one end but वो finisher अभी नहीं है
वो अब आपके पास नहीं है
वो finisher नहीं सवाई शोएब मलिक के आपके पास कोई finisher नहीं है
exactly
Sarfraz sort of acts like a finisher but he never really finishes
so again after 50 he looked like he was so content with his 50 just the way he got out was not he was trying to hit or something he was again being too cute
no being too cute
Imal Wasim was being too cute again because these guys don't have the technique to hit and वो मुझे थोड़ा सा हाँ कि वो हो रहा है कि आप कल जीत जाएंगे सीरीज हो जाएगी great I don't see you winning consistently against good opposition South Africa is just waiting for us वो भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ मजाक मस्ती कर रहे हैं so I think batting and you need hitters I don't know what the solution is what do you think
I mean one days में एक बैट्समैन तो बहुत जरूरी है you need a full time ये नहीं कि शादाब फहीम और इमाद या सरफराज ये आपके चार खेल रहे हैं
सरफराज में बैट्समैन मानते ही नहीं
मैं इन चारों को बैट्समैन नहीं मानता I mean between all four of them but then there is I think the way they play them is कि ये लोग बैटिंग भी कर सकते हैं but on a on the day if you were down and out and 50 for 3 तो इन चारों में से आपको कोई बचाएगा नहीं they're more for कि close game में शायद वो quick fire कुछ करके कर दें but it's I would play Haris Sohail
any day man even if he doesn't perform at least he's a batsman
he's a batsman he's got
एक batsman psyche होती है वो innings build कर सकता है he's in the squad play him and I would say one batsman in the lineup and one backup so I would say two more batsmen
ग्रूम करेंगे
एक तो आपके स्क्वाड में ऑप्शन तो होना चाहिए ना कोई
एक तो होना चाहिए
अभी तो आप जब बैटिंग देखें हमारे पूरे स्क्वाड में इसके अगेंस्ट न्यूजीलैंड के अगेंस्ट कोई 5 से 6 बैट्समैन हैं बस
बैट्समैन कम ही है
आपके मतलब मुझे समझ में नहीं आया शान मसूद आता है and without playing he gets a nod he gets dropped without playing a single match
he's also complained and apparently he's also complained to Miki Arthur we had texted and asked for explanation in terms of why he wasn't picked in the team because he's been the highest scorer in the domestic cricket. He got picked for Asia Cup, never played, but then got dropped for the Australia series, now dropped for the New Zealand series without really any sort of feedback. So it does feel a bit odd. Again, home field hai, so I'm sure they look to manage it a bit better, but again,
कहीं की जगह में मुझे समझ नहीं आती कि कोई थॉट प्रोसेस है भी कि नहीं है जैसे कि हो गया कि आप प्लेयर्स को लेके आते हैं और आप ड्रॉप कर देते हैं फिर आप फवाद आलम को इतने उसके बाद कैंप में बुलाते हैं कहते हैं बड़ा फिट है देन यू ड्रॉप हिम फिर आप कहते हैं चलो ठीक है कोई पॉलिसी चल रही है आपके कि आपको प्लस 30+ प्लेयर्स लेके जाना है,
30 प्लस
फिर आप
वकास मकसूद को ले आते
हैं, फिर आप बिलाल आसिफ को ले आते
बिलाल आसिफ को ले आते हैं. अब वो दो बंदे खेल रहे हैं जो were in the like mid 30s, not even early 30s, mid 30s.
So I don't see what's happening. I don't get it.
So I clearly don't think obviously with Hafeez coming back also he's like late 30s. Age तो आपने it's still a younger team.
जो कि ठीक है.
But ठीक है. But I think in the one-day format you'll see some balance.
एक टेस्ट मैच के अंदर अनाउंस किया नया प्लेयर. What was his name?
Saad Ali. Yeah.
From Karachi.
He's a good batsman. I mean, he's got some good stats.
Pretty healthy average. List A or one-day.
They've included Afridi in the test squad as well. Obviously,
which is a good move.
Which is a good move. I always get a bit worried because workload and all of that comes in my mind. Back-to-back one-day series, T20 series, then test match series. He's still a bit young. I don't know how much strength training he's done to stamina and all of that.
That's a good point.
All of that. So you got to pace his workload and gradually build it up. Hopefully they've done that and he's practicing and he's doing his bit to make sure he's up for a test match, because test match is a different ball game, right?
Yeah.
T20 and one days mein wo shine kar raha hai because people are trying to hit him out of the park or wicket le raha hai, whatever. In test matches, nobody's going to give you their wicket. You have to get their wicket. Complete different ball game.
Yeah.
Complete different ball game.
No, I like the point कि कितनी strength and conditioning है, because you don't want to be overspending him also.
No, exactly. So I was a bit surprised कि उसको pick कर लिया, but I said I guess at some point करना ही था. So might as well you start now. But
Amir seems to be out of favor.
Amir, I also haven't heard कि Mohammad Amir ने domestic में किया है अभी तक. कर क्या रहा है domestic में, विकेटें ले रहा है, मैचेस खेल रहा है, नहीं खेल रहा, तो कोई खबर नहीं मिली मुझे.
हाँ.
सच.
तो मैंने भी नहीं सुना मोहम्मद आमिर की कुछ कोई स्टेटमेंट आया होगा.
टिपिकली होता है अगर डोमेस्टिक सर्किट में कुछ हो रहा हो, अगर कोई 5 विकेट्स ले ले या 10 विकेट्स ले ले तो नाम आ जाता है.
हाँ.
बट इसका तो नाम भी नहीं आया. But I know he's playing.
If I was Amir, I'd be a little worried because when Shaheen Shah Afridi इस तरह से फॉर्म में आया हुआ है, and then you have Usman Shinwari knocking on the door for an opportunity.
Usman Shinwari का बड़ा लंबा रन है और ना पे यार उस दिन मैं देख रहा था.
So yeah, he's also a good option. But फिर काफी monotonous ज़्यादा. You have too many fast left arm fast bowlers who are pretty similar.
हाँ.
Because if you look at Shinwari and Shaheen Shah Afridi, they look alike.
Yeah.
In terms of high.
No, I really like कि Afridi जो है वो rating करा रहा है.
क्या करा रहा?
As in bowling करा रहा है. And
oh yeah.
So he's doing well in that sense.
Yep. Before we move on, Ross Taylor ने complain किया Hafeez के बारे में. What is your view on that?
I think that was a bit of a low blow for me. You can even have a word with the umpires, but to actually openly, do the bowling action, and so Fawaz's reaction was spot on for me. I'd be pissed off, like, how dare you? You're not an umpire, so don't cross that boundary. Yeah. And you almost, when you do like action आप करते हैं तो वो फिर umpires के दिमाग में आ गया होगा already. अगर नहीं था तो अब तो है ही. So he's now under scrutiny. He's now being discussed. His pressure is on. आपने उसके mind में डाल दिया है. Even as a bowler for him, he will have that in his mind when he's bowling कि मेरा action this.
Oh yes.
So you completely screwed him in that sense. So mind games के हिसाब से, messing around, yes, but sportsman, 0 points for me. I think that was a low blow.
I know. I 100% agree with you. I think it was a ploy to.
It was a ploy.
Unsell him a little bit.
For New Zealand to do this is a bit of a surprise. Australians करते थे match from this, so that means we get to chalo. New Zealand's but not typical.
It was a very. You're right. It was a typical Aussie move.
It's a typical Aussie move. Very surprising for a New Zealand player to do that.
I didn't see that coming, honestly. Ross Taylor का इतना notorious है भी नहीं कि कोई बहुत ही aggressive.
I thought he was a nice
But,
guy.
Yeah, but out of nowhere he just complained, and I feel kick spinner पे इतना सा ban, and I saw the replay after he did that. I just wanted to see कि कुछ था कि नहीं था.
नहीं,
कुछ था ही नहीं. So it
इतना
seems
नहीं
like
था,
कोई
he was
upset
just-
करना चाह रहा था उसको. But zero marks on sportsman spirit, because there are so many other ways to unsettle a bowler rather than just questioning his integrity, because that's like he's calling him a cheater.
Basically.
Because you're not allowed to throw, and he was saying that he's throwing. So I didn't like it, but yeah, I agree with you. You cannot. There are ways to inform umpires after the match,
Yeah,
and
of
it's not
course.
your job also.
Even after the match referee hai, whatever, but not on live, while during the match, it was a bit of a...
Because with that policy,
That's a sour taste for me.
yeah, series चल रही है और आपने फजूल में वो करते हैं. But I think they also handled it pretty well. कि उतनी controversy को spill over नहीं हुआ जो मैं expect कर रहा था. There were press conferences, थक. I don't know if Pakistanis have lodged an official complaint against him.
I don't know.
I don't think they did that.
I would have, man. Why hold up, man?
I would too. If I was Hafeez, I would definitely take a legal action against him.
Yeah. I mean, जो भी
Your starting point is
unsportsmanlike conduct में आप आ जाता है.
because I understand Hafeez getting upset with it, because he's calling him a cheater.
And he's just, obviously, he's done his bit. He's gone through tests.
He got it cleared.
Approved, yeah. So once he's done that, then you can't really,
Yeah.
आपने
इमाम का concussion देखा?
इमाम का
sorry.
हाँ,
तो मेरे नाम जो है काफी messed up चल रहे हैं.
No, that was pretty scary, yeah.
That was bad.
Because I mean, these obviously things can get pretty serious. So but report up obviously say he's fine and he's still play the third one day. But at that moment he looked shaken up, yeah.
He looked
out of it. He looked out of it.
He was wobbly.
Concussion type जो हो जाता है.
Proper concussion. It was a
concussion
textbook concussion कि वो खड़ा हुआ और फिर it was good to see umpire. So वो physio था, वो कोशिश कर रहा था कि शायद खड़े हो जाए. Umpire, when he saw him wobble, he said, "Yeah, take him out."
Take him out. Yeah, because it's not cricket is not with that ball. I mean, if you're not in your 100% attentive and आपकी थोड़ा से भी आपका concussion है या mind divert हो रहा है या attention नहीं कर पा रहे, तो it's a very serious situation.
Performance एक बात है, plus for that player's well-being, because this can have serious repercussions. You need treatment right away.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad that they sent him out and he got his MRIs or whatever he had to get.
Yeah, he got all of it done. So all
I was watching it live and I was a little bit myself. I was shaken up because मुझे Phil Hughes के याद था कि जो हुआ था.
That was scary.
And head injuries are very freaky. Sometimes
you never know.
आपको लगता है कि कुछ भी नहीं तो लेकिन वो angle इतना खराब होता है.
You never know.
And there's a study कि boxing के अंदर जो concussions होते हैं वो इतने बुरे नहीं होते because mentally you're always ready. So you're not hit psychologically. You're expecting it, someone hits you and then you're fine. Comparatively. But football के अंदर जो होता है American football के अंदर या cricket जैसी game है जिसमें you're not expecting being concussed.
Hits are random.
So the body's not ready for that blow. It's even worse. So that's anything else with Pakistan? After this, we're going to South Africa.
नहीं अभी obviously the 3 1-days, so it will be a good game tomorrow. We'll see who wins. क्या prediction है आपकी?
I think मेरी जो शुरू में थी 2-1 Pakistan.
I think
so.
2-1. I hope 2-1. Although I wouldn't be surprised if New Zealand wins also. But but then obviously 3 test matches हमने पहले भी बात की थी. That'd be good with the new squad. Squad is pretty stable. 2 surprises for me in the test squad is Fakhar Zaman को नहीं drop किया. कह तो नहीं कि rest किया है, but questionable, very questionable.
But why would you rest him?
What has he been? I mean, ऐसा थोड़ी कि कोई.
एक तो उसका workload को बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं करना उसको rest करा दिया.
Exactly. Sarfaraz has been playing every single match more than Fakhar. Fakhar ने तो test match भी नहीं खेला था, वो second खेला था.
तो rest तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आया.
तो rest तो मुझे भी नहीं बिल्कुल समझ आया. And it's not like he's been scoring so much कि यार उसको rest करा दो. he actually needs to play because he hasn't been scoring.
Exactly.
Test match mein to he's unproven. Ek ही test match खेला, he scored in that, of course, but still, it's only one
Nothing
game.
convincing, yeah.
Nothing. One game is not a sample set. And they also didn't play Shadab. Shadab for me is okay because I still think in test matches Yasir and Bilal are the two options I would have. Even if Shadab was in the team, I would have gone with Yasir and Bilal because you get that variety. So I think Shadab की जगह वैसे बनती नहीं थी. अगर वो होता भी तो it'd probably be unlikely for him to play because I wouldn't play two leg spinners.
Yeah, I think it's still important for him to be around the team. He's young. He's very young. तो जब आप रहते हैं, unless he's going back and playing first class cricket, then I understand कि you want him
I
to.
doubt it.
तो अगर आप उसको ऐसी छुट्टी दे रहे हैं, I think it's important for him to just be with
Get some
Yasir Ali.
practice, हाँ.
Be with Yasir.
Net practice भी हो.
Yasir Shah
से सीखे, हाँ.
सीखे उसके साथ उसकी वो
That's
temperament and all those
that's
things. So I think it's
I don't
important
disagree
for
with
him
that.
to be in the squad. But yeah, I'm as surprised as you are about these two missions. It doesn't make any sense, especially Fakhr. मतलब आपका उसको वैसी बैट्समैन नहीं है था.
Yeah, exactly. So कोई bench strength वैसे ही
तो
नहीं
कोई
है.
इंजर हो जाएगा. खैर, okay, I understand कि आप दुबई में बैठे हैं तो 2 घंटे की फ्लाइट से he can always be called up, but I just don't get the pattern of decision making जो कि भी हो रहा है. I hope Saad Ali
But
plays.
I think test matches would be more interesting. I think they'll be again competitive. ये कोई one-sided matches नहीं होने वाले. New Zealand has not been a walkover in any of the games so far.
Yeah.
I don't expect that to change even in test matches. So I think it'll be a good series again. It'll be competitive.
You think so?
ये कोई Australia वाला scene नहीं होने वाला. I think they've obviously proven themselves to be much better than Australia anyways.
Yeah.
Given how they've played.
They're a bigger threat than Australia right
By-
now, for sure.
For sure.
But I still think 3-0 in test series.
Really?
Yeah.
I still think 2-1, but
because our predictions before the series started was 2-1, 2-1, and then 3-0, and you said 3-1. Oh, sorry, 2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
I still stick with 2-1.
I think we'll win test matches. I'm not worried about these wickets, honestly. मैं जब सोचता हूँ कि हम जब यहाँ से बाहर निकलेंगे ये home cricket, home series से, तो फिर
क्या होगा?
हाँ. That's my biggest worry. I think you'll still, with Yasir Shah, Bilal Asif, you'll be pretty comfortable. Chale, before we wrap up, England and Sri Lanka.
Yeah, England actually wins the first game, and of all people, if I had to guess, I can tell you it would not have been Jennings scoring almost 200 runs in the test match in Asia.
Yeah.
That probably the last person I would have predicted. Knowing how he played in the summer, मतलब drop होते and कोई score नहीं किया and looked all over the place. For him to actually go down and score 140 and another 40 or almost 200 runs in a test match, that was very surprising, yeah.
It's a very interesting case because Jennings' claim to fame was his performance in subcontinent. जब वो नया आया था, I think it was against India, and then he went back home and he struggled against us in England. And again in Sri Lanka, he's looking good, which is very unlike any English player.
Very unlike English player, and even the other wicketkeeper he scored.
That's pretty impressive because for any English player or Australian to score a century against subcontinent side in subcontinent,
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I think that's one innings they talk about.
Yeah, and to actually win a game against Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka, I guess, is not the old of the recent.
They're in a shit zone right now.
So it's I know they won the test match, but it's also you got to look at your position. And then Sri Lanka की जो team है वो भी काफी अभी low पे चल रही है.
बहुत.
So it's I remember I told you last time कि जब Sri Lanka England का series होगी तो I expect actually England to win the series. You said it won't be that easy.
No, I said England will win the series in test series.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are, I guess.
I think they'll win it because historically they've always struggled in Sri Lanka. This time, I think Sri Lanka
is just so low.
And it's not the bowling. The bowling is still okay with Rangana Herrera, the new off spinner Pereira, but their batting is really bad right now.
That batting is where they're struggling also.
Again, they have
They've been
Angelo,
no.
Matthews, Chandimal, but these guys were never proven. They're not a proven talent. They are relatively better than other batsmen that they have, but they're not world beaters like Joe Root.
No.
जो आपको आपकी बैटिंग को संभालेंगे. Um, so yeah, but England is also trying Moeen Ali. So England is struggling. Their top order is struggling. Fine, Jennings scored 100.
Yeah, but I still can't believe I can't take Moeen Ali as a one down player. I mean he's good to watch जब वो खेलता है, you know, like a typical lefty, free flowing lefty. But he's not your test match one down lefty. He's too free flowing and you know edges wedges.
Short selection is definitely a
cover drives. I mean
problem
he's
for him.
probably more a 5-6 down player for me than one down. I know they've been trying. They've tried for him to open as well. It didn't work. Now they're trying one down. I'm not convinced. I don't think he's as solid a batsman. One down and two down, especially to one. These are typically your best batsmen in the team.
Yeah.
In one day, as you play your best batsman. In test matches, two down is your best batsman typically. But even one down obviously is a close second. So I don't think in that he doesn't fit in that order for sure.
They also don't have too many options. Joe Root could have come one down, but then you need a two-down player also. So I think.
But you still have, Butler, you have Bairstow, you have.
Those are also makeshift options अगर आप देखें. Butler or Bairstow,
Yeah,
those
मतलब
are
वो they're much better than your average.
in terms of performance, yes, I agree. Moeen Ali is an interesting case because he was always a batsman who could bowl a bit. Now he's more of a bowler who's batting a bit.
But he's still doing. Wickets तो ले रहा है.
मगर मेरे ख्याल से ठीक है आपके. I agree with you that he number 5-6 he's a handy batsman.
No, he's a handy batsman in that sense, but वैसे one down, he didn't score obviously in the test match. 0 पे out हो गया पहले. First ball wicket in the first innings and so I think that for me is still something they need to work on. Obviously replacing Cook after his retirement is a massive hole to fill. So Burns is playing with Jennings in opening, and we'll see how that works out. Still obviously early days.
And this is more of a tune-up series for them to play against bigger oppositions.
Yeah.
तो जो भी यहाँ पे होता है उसके बाद when they're up against South Africa, or the thing is everyone is struggling right now. Apart from India, there isn't a stable, established team right now. I mean, who's South Africa? It's
Maybe.
India and South Africa. England is going through a transition. We are going through a transition. Australia is going through a massive transition. I don't know when Smith and Warner come. When do they come back? But until then,
Yeah,
it's a toil for them. Before Australia and South Africa, what is your prediction?
I think South Africa should win it. I still think the Australian team is not good enough.
Yeah.
Although obviously they won the second game and did much better. But I still feel that South Africa should win it.
Yeah. Every time I see them play, I've been following them a little bit. और मुझे वो हमारा tour याद आता है जब हम वहाँ पे होंगे in South Africa against Taylor and Rabada. Oh man.
Rabada is blowing so well.
He's the most exciting fast bowler right now in middle stock.
He is.
तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि जब वो बाउंसर करा रहा होगा और मैं आज अपने प्लेयर्स की averages देख रहा था. Hafeez is averaging 13 against South Africa.
He was Stain's bunny यार in South Africa. Stain could literally वो bowl के out करता था Hafeez को. I mean, it was so embarrassing that it was beyond belief. But I mean, South Africa would be a tough series for us, man. I mean, playing in South Africa, it's not going to be easy.
It's going to be a long winters for us.
Yeah. So अभी न्यूजीलैंड को हरा दें सीरीज में तो एक कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ जाएंगे hopefully. That'll be good, but it'll be tough to beat South Africa in South Africa. Test matches though, I have zero hope.
I also have zero hope.
T20 में maybe or one day ज़्यादा है 5 one days I think is the first, so One days may be. There's a lot of questions around one day team, man. I'm quite disappointed that 9 months away from the World Cup, it's not looking as strong as I would have expected, and they almost playing the same team as the Asia Cup, which is also very disappointing. Knowing कि यार ये आप एक बैट्समैन शॉट खेल रहे हैं, फिर भी वही टीम खिलाई जा रहे हो.
Yeah, this undue stubbornness जो है टीम के अंदर. Because if you club the last match we lost against New Zealand with Asia Cup, then you're right कि वो Asia Cup की form बिल्कुल carry forward की है.
हाँ.
The first match reminded me of Asia Cup actually कि ये बिल्कुल वही टीम है. Yeah.
So we'll see how.
It'll be, as I said, it'll be a very long series. 5 one-days, 3 test matches, T20. Oof.
Boxing Day.
It'll
be fun. It'll be nice. It's always obviously nice.
Maybe maybe it'll be a nice shock before the World Cup.
Yeah.
But anything else? आप फिर जा रहे हैं. Then our next podcast will be after your travel then.
Yes, we should do one closer to Thanksgiving, I guess.
Absolutely.
And we'll see how the test matches and one days play out, and then we'll wrap it up for the Pakistan New Zealand series, and then probably do a preview for Pakistan South Africa, which starts soon after. So they've had a busy cricketing season. So it's good. So it keeps us entertained.
Yeah, and I really hope you mentioned that Sarfraz has been the most active, and I don't see his backer right now.
Yeah.
Minus Kamran Akmal, if you want to go back to that option. So वो भी मेरे लिए है, because whatever he is or he's not, but he's still one of your established batsmen.
Yeah. But I also think that he needs a break, man. He's played every single game, every single format. So if one person who needs rest, probably.
Should we rest him against South Africa?
I don't know about South Africa. But if we win like the first 2 test matches against New Zealand, I'd definitely rest him for the 3rd game, man. I think he deserves a rest for a change.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's better to rest him than to find him injured, exhausted in the middle of South African tour or any other tour. So, no, that's a good thought, actually.
But let's see.
All right, so until then, but before we wrap up, those who are listening, we are on iTunes now also. So go on iTunes, look up the Doosra Point, give us feedback there, rate our podcast there.
Yeah, subscribe to the podcast now on your iTunes.
On iTunes, you can also subscribe us on YouTube or visit our Twitter page on Twitter, Doosra Point Podcast. Anything else? All right, until then, goodbye.